Hi guys, this is the Williams Family Medicine channel. I'm Jason Williams, DO, and today I wanted to introduce myself to you and talk about my channel so you can decide if you want to be a part of it. Just a brief discussion of my background. I was born in Kansas. I had a family that stressed education and experience. I had opportunity to travel some, play sports, be involved in art, and play outside quite a bit as a kid. I graduated from high school and was attending college at Wichita State University. Initially, I did not know what I wanted to do with my life. For fun, I was participating in triathlons. I had some knee pain as a result of my training, running, biking, etc. I decided to see my family doctor, the late George Watson DO. He was able to help me with my knee pain. While I was visiting with him in the office, he asked about my life, as he had been my family doctor for several years. He questioned to see if I had any interest in medicine. I thought, no way, no interest at all. Before I left the office that day, Dr. Watson told me that if I wanted to follow him around in his clinic to see what his day was like, I was welcome to. Over the next couple of days, I thought about that offer and decided to take him up on that. I followed him around from room to room, seeing patients, watching him visit with patients, talk to them, and even pray with them. During my first day following him around, he happened to have a patient who suffered a finger laceration with a tendon injury. He asked me if I wanted to come watch as he repaired the tendon injury. I said, sure. Dr. Watson stood on the other side of the table, across from me, with the patient in between us. I was not assisting with the procedure, but just standing there observing. I recall feeling funny and starting to feel a little bit woozy. Then I woke up. Apparently, I passed out on the patient. Dr. Watson's nurse helped me and was very kind to me. As I was leaving that day, this particular nurse says, well, have a nice day. We'll be seeing you. I think they thought I wasn't going to come back. I did come back, and several other visits to the clinic confirmed that this looked like a very fun career. I'm a man of faith, and I prayed about what God wanted me to do with my life. After prayer and reflection, it seemed that God was calling me to pursue medicine. I changed my major to biochemistry and completed a biochemistry pre-med program at Wichita State University. I was accepted into medical school at Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. I was intrigued by the whole body approach to medicine and wanted to follow in the footsteps of my doctor, Dr. Watson. Medical school was a great time for me. I learned so much. I'm sure many of you can relate. Once you find something that you really like, it's not really that difficult, doesn't even feel like work. And that's how it felt for me, even though there were long hours of studying and sometimes boring drudgery in classes that weren't as interesting. The majority of the process was actually a lot of fun. I was conflicted and did not know what I wanted to pursue after medical school. I liked both family medicine and emergency medicine. I elected to complete a family medicine residency in Wichita, Kansas, hoping that would give me the option to do either specialty in the future. Upon completion of my family medicine residency, I started a solo practice in a small town in Kansas, El Dorado. I also provided emergency department coverage in multiple other surrounding small towns. Once again, I learned a lot, both in my practice and in the emergency department. It was very busy and at times very challenging. Backing up a little bit, before I started medical school, in the summer, I was married, and my wife was also a student attending physical therapy school. We were both busy with the educational process, so it seemed okay. She started practice in El Dorado in the physical therapy department. I noticed that my job was demanding more and more of my time, but this came on gradually, and I wasn't monitoring it very carefully. One day I just happened to notice that I was working 80 hours a week. I was neglecting my family. I now had 2 young children. The stress level seemed pretty high and it was hard to keep up. I made the decision to leave family medicine and practice full-time emergency medicine at that time. The shift work seemed to be a great change for me. I met a great group of doctors and ended up working full-time in a level 1 busy trauma center. I learned a great deal, and this emergency medicine practice built my character as well. I was shaped by the people around me, both physicians and physician extenders and nurses. We became battle buddies. As many systems suffered with COVID-19, ours did as well. Unfortunately, we experienced a significant nursing shortage. This resulted in patients not being able to be taken care of in a timely fashion, and a lot of waiting room medicine. It was very sad, I waited it out to see if it would improve. After 2 years, the situation had only become worse. I would go home at night thinking about the faces of the people that I couldn't help that were sitting in a waiting room chair for 12 plus hours sometimes without receiving any treatment due to shortage of nursing care. The nurses there did their very best and worked very diligently with the resources they had. It was just very limited. When I made the decision to leave the emergency department, it was very difficult as I had worked there for 15 years and I loved the people that I worked with. It was also difficult because I knew this would be a significant pay cut to leave, as emergency medicine is a high-paying career. I decided to take a position in family medicine. I had been recruited repeatedly by a physician by the name of Dr. Horn. He actually currently takes care of my in-laws and has been contacting me over the years about joining his practice. This seemed like a perfect time, and I finally said yes to his offers. Prior to changing from emergency medicine to family medicine, I started researching nutrition and lifestyle medicine. I had personal reasons for researching nutrition, as lab work revealed that my hemoglobin A1C was 5.7, pre-diabetic. This was sad to me, as I felt like I was doing the right thing with my diet, eating many small frequent meals, and exercising regularly. I knew I hadn't been perfect, but it was frustrating. I also recalled my former years in private practice and how my patients with chronic health problems did not seem to get better with treatment. I wanted to see if there was another way. I stumbled across low carbohydrate, high fat diet and nutrition advocates. I was connected with the Society of Metabolic Health Practitioners and started listening to podcasts, reading books, and watching YouTube videos regarding nutrition and lifestyle medicine. I enrolled in a continuing medical education through Nutrition Network and completed multiple online courses regarding lifestyle and nutrition. I was amazed to see that simple changes in nutrition and diet were able to put diseases in remission, such as diabetes and obesity. I had not experienced this previously with my practice. I was also amazed to see multiple links with chronic health problems that seem to be secondary just to nutrition and diet. These health problems seem to be rampant. A short review of history revealed that these conditions had greatly increased in incidence in the past 20 and 30 years. After hundreds of hours of study, I was convinced I could go ahead and try this on myself. I started adopting a low-carb, high-fat diet. I was a person that would eat every 3 hours and a lot of carbohydrates. I would eat 2 bananas a day on average, plus yogurt, plus oatmeal, plus multiple other types of foods. I remembered the patient testimonials when they discussed what happened to them when they started low-carb, high-fat diet. Their appetite decreased. I had the same experience. This was nerve-wracking to me, as I was used to eating breakfast and eating every 3 hours. It was such a habit to me, I continued to eat and even felt nauseated because I kept eating when I didn't need to. My body was trying to tell me something, I just wasn't listening. Finally, it clicked and I decided to skip a meal when I wasn't hungry. Somehow I didn't die. Now, in addition to low-carb, high-fat diet, I was actually intermittent fasting. Not every day, but some days. Within 2 months, I lost about 30 pounds. At the time, I really had not ratcheted up my exercise very much. However, I did notice my energy level had improved. The amazing thing was I didn't feel hungry during this process. And there were even times when I would fast 16 plus hours, which was unheard of in my former life, shall we say. Because of the amazing results personally and reading all of these anecdotal patient testimonial reports or listening to podcasts with patients affected by this, I knew I needed to implement this with my patients. I'm now focused on lifestyle medicine and nutrition, but also practice traditional medicine. In my short time in family medicine, again, I've been blessed to see dramatic results with some of my patients. Patients that are motivated to make changes with nutrition and lifestyle have results. Some of my patients report decreased pain, increased mental clarity, and almost all of them report weight loss. Some people may feel that low-carb, high-fat diet is controversial. I don't think so. Now that I am in family medicine, I have specific time constraints. I would love to tell my patients all of the information that I have. Some don't want to listen or get too bored, or we don't have time sometimes in the office. I'm definitely not a showman or video producer, but I thought that if I can make videos as a supplement to my practice, maybe my patients would be able to learn what I need to tell them without taking up all of the time in the office and not being able to get to the next patient in a timely manner. If I am not your doctor, this is not directed to be your medical advice. If I am your doctor, you can use this information as a supplemental video. I plan to share more videos with you regarding metabolic health and other topics of interest. I hope this can help you in your journey to improved health. I want you to live your best life. This is Jason Williams, DO. This is the Williams Family Medicine Channel.